Hello and welcome to News and Views. Today we're going to be talking about Oak Ridge High School, more specifically the cleanliness or lack thereof throughout the school. Most would like to think that our school is a pristine and dirt-free environment for students and faculty to be in. On the other hand, others argue that the campus is unhygienic and frankly filthy.
These opinions are both extremes and somewhat unreasonable. Considering Oak Ridge High School has some 1,500 students, having a completely spotless building is just unreasonable. In the same way, claiming that the school is foul is quite the exaggeration. We have photographed areas around the school, surveyed students, and even interviewed an administrator to get her thoughts about this.
Although these pictures are not of the highest quality, I believe that they accurately depict areas of the school. As you can see here, there is a very big hole in the ceiling. This is not the only missing part of the ceiling in the building, but represents one major problem. In this next picture, there is a mysterious substance on the wall. As you can see, it runs down the entire wall and has been here for quite some time. This next picture shows what was one of the only working sinks in the women's bathroom, and it did not turn off. On the bright side, I believe this problem has now been assisted. Although this picture may be confusing to look at, allow me to explain it to you. This shows a box of what I believe to be school-provided lunch that has gathered a large amount of dirt and dust. This is currently sitting on top of a wall in the B gym. This next photo shows an obviously overflowing trash can. As you can see, the trash is piled to over half of the height of the door next to it. This photo was taken at the end of the day to show how much the garbage had been piled. This has now been assisted since this photo was taken. This is a picture of the remnants of a chicken wing. I found this one eating lunch in the B gym. However, this is no longer resting on the gym floor. In this photo, you can see what the outdoor tables look like after lunch. This trash was left for someone else to clean that did not make this mess. Here, you can see even more trash left outside after lunchtime. This is more trash as well. As you can see by the change in terrain, litter is left many places outdoors. This last picture shows random food on the floor. This wasn't even taken near the cafeteria or B gym.
Thank you for that. Now on to the real info. Now, we can tell you that the school is clean and doesn't need any improvements, but what do you think? Well, we surveyed several dozen students to get what you guys think about it, and it was not very surprising. We scored people on 100 to 0 scale on what answer you selected on the survey. The average for the school was a 33.2%. Yikes. We also wanted to know exactly who thought in this stuff. On average, girls find the school more gross than guys, but barely. Girls scored an average of 32%, while guys got a score of 34.1%. The worst rated place of all was the parking lot, the lunchroom, and the bathrooms. While these places should be cleaned often, we students should take some of the responsibility in the cleaning process. The janitorial staff have been working very hard to sanitize our school, and we should be grateful for that.
Okay, state your name and what you do for the school.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Thompson, and I am the class of 2024 vice principal. And in the school, I am responsible for your laptops. I am responsible for supporting teachers with teacher evaluations. I am responsible for collecting some debt that goes along with those laptops and many other things. But mainly I am here to support students in their educational journey towards the graduation in 2024.
Okay, so starting off with our first question, in your opinion, how clean is the school campus?
There are places in the building that are absolutely beautiful. Walking into Oak Ridge High School and seeing the grand staircase and just the general area there is magnificent. It's one of the most magnificent entries of any high school I have been a part of. We are fortunate that most of our building was remodeled, so the structure itself is very, very clean and sleek. However, we do have some problem areas. One of our problem areas that I struggle with is the parking lot. Our juniors and seniors have an incredible opportunity to go off campus for lunch, but in particular, the parking lot for the Wildcat Arena is just a trash haven. And so, that is one of those areas that when we, especially when we are using that arena for parking for visitors, that is not an attractive area of the building a lot of times during the school day and for school activities in the evening. I also have some issues with what happens after lunch every day. The cafeteria gets very messy, and that's individual responsibility, but it is a problem.
Okay. What sanitization procedures has the school set in place in order to protect the student body from COVID-19?
COVID-19 brought some very individual challenges for our custodial staff, and our custodial staff has worked exceptionally hard to develop new procedures to keep all of us safe and healthy and as free from germs as you can. However, those ongoing procedures, they can't be done 24/7. So we do have those. I don't know what you call them, but they look like my kids' old Nerf guns. That they spray in rooms to spray desks and what have you. That has a film that sprays everything. It's like an aerosol, but I'm sure it's not. But we have those that we use in the evenings when you all are at home. We have provided all of our teachers with white, like Lysol wipes. I don't think that Lysol is technically what it is, but some sort of alcohol, bacterial wipe where students can wipe desks. We have hand sanitizer that is throughout the building on the walls in teachers' classrooms. They do frequent the bathrooms far more often to clean than they used to. So, and I think that there are individual things that teachers are doing, such as using those wipes to wipe their phones down, to wipe your doorknobs down, things that we really didn't think about prior to COVID-19. A suggestion for students who notice a problem area. This can be reported to our administrator that is over facilities, which is Mr. Faust. So I would encourage you to email Mr. Faust or to stop him in the cafeteria or when you see him doing bus duty at the bus loop in the morning. Contact him and let him know where our problem areas are so he can address that with our head custodian, Atris McBee.
Okay, cut.
Thank you.
As Ms. Thompson said in the video, you can go see Mr. Faust to report any issues you see in the school. As we stated in the interview, the worst areas are the parking lot and the lunchroom/bathrooms. But as Ms. Thompson said, we cannot hold the janitorial staff accountable, as this is our mess to clean up. We must make sure the school is clean and stays clean. Thank you for your time.